Welcome to AI TV. We're broadcasting live from AI Expo Africa 2019, Africa's largest AI trade show. And it's great to be able to welcome Hallam Ford from a company called Locstat. I think you're the head of operations, is that right, Hallam?
Yes, yeah, the ops director.
Yeah, brilliant. Welcome to AI TV,
Indeed,
welcome to AI Expo.
And thank you, and it's fantastic. It's great that Cape Town and the Silicon Cape is sort of embracing this and having these events. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, listen, I'm as new to Locstat as you are to our event, so tell us and the viewers a little bit about what Lokstat's all about.
Sure, no problem. Look, we've actually been going around since about 2002, and we started in the document management space. We have a document management system that we deploy to a state-owned enterprise, but we also concurrently developed some technology for the military space a while back. More your sort of command and control, digitalized battlefield, blue force tracking, essentially to digitalize your battle space and to give commanders that as much awareness and insight into what's happening in the battle so they can win the battle. Look, we've moved away from the military side of things a long time ago, but we essentially pivoted the learning and the technology that we developed for that and pushed it into our brand called Locstat. And yeah, so we've been going for a long time, but we run ourselves essentially as a young sort of startup, essentially.
Okay. And whereabouts are you based?
We're in Kenilworth in Cape Town.
Yeah. Okay, Cape Town, local then?
Yes,
right.
100%,
okay.
Fully local.
I think if I remember rightly, when we were putting the program together, you were given a talk about crime prevention, prediction.
Yes.
So that's quite a relevant theme in this part of the world.
Totally.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Totally. So that was given by our MD, Reino Hussein. And we chose it. We do have some services in the security space. We support countering copper theft. We give neighborhood watches and communities a sort of more digital data-driven capabilities. So instead of being a sort of capable neighborhood watch with, let's say, torches and some high visibility vests, now they can do mobile reporting, cloud sourcing, geospatial analysis on the fly, tracking of patrollers for some command and control. So we give that as a give back to the community. So Reino, he's an academic as well in sense making, and he's interested in it. So he used the crime prediction theme and with the machine learning aspect on how to use it and how not to use it in a crime context. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, what are the things? I mean, you obviously talked about your origins and how you've changed. So, what is it right now that a business customer could buy from you potentially?
100%. So Locstat, our sort of catch line is we try and illuminate the dark spaces of your digital environment. So a lot of companies know what they know, but they also know that there's a whole lot out there in their digital space that they don't know. Right. And they struggle potentially to go and find the insights or the opportunities or the risks which are in the shadows of their digital space. So we sort of try and illuminate those digital spaces, and we do so through high volume transaction monitoring. We've got a graph database sort of aspect so we use graph technology, which is a fast-growing technology, and then we apply things like graph machine learning on top of that, complex event processing.
And is this like got a real-time element to it as well? Or?
Totally is. I mean, remember we came from the military space where everything is real-time and must be real-time. So we much prefer real-time for sure. So when we say real-time, it means connecting to a company's transaction stream, for example. Not interfering with their day-to-day business. We're a very light touch, but connecting to it and then extracting whatever we need to provide the solution. It could be a fraud or money laundering detection solution. It could be a recommender engine. Yep. It could be a customer 360 journey, all the digital touch points on the customer's journey, and giving it to the client, either pushing it back into their system, providing a recommendation for which campaign to use, for example, creating early warning alerts of potential fraud or activity that's out of the norm, out of graph maybe, that shouldn't be there. And then because of our graph database capability, we can actually give a client ability to do a full deep dive into their data and who is this guy related to and how is this related, and then visualize it in a graph visualization, which is extremely powerful.
So, I mean, one of the previous speakers we've just been interviewing, we were talking about the fact that it's important now these days to be kind of platform agnostic, that we're really dealing with all the same bits of Lego.
Sure.
So if you need a bit of Amazon, you need a bit of IBM, you need a bit of Microsoft. So do you adopt that same principle, or are you tied to a single platform? Or?
No, not at all. Look, we use a lot of open source software, and then our own sort of IP that we've developed over the years. We can deploy 2 of our demos showing here now are on Amazon. One is on Hetzner here in Cape Town.
Oh, in Hetzner, right.
We can deploy on premises. We want to be that light touch. We find a lot of customers don't want that heavy touch. They want a light touch, but the capability that we provide.
And then what about the trends that you're seeing in the industry now with machine learning, deep learning, just broadly, if we use that category AI, what trends are you seeing in the enterprise buyer's mind? What are they thinking now? They've gone from hype to reality now. That's something that we've
I think you're right. The hype is coming down to reality and coming down to practical capability delivery. Basically, it's for all the fancy hype, they just want maybe this, and you give it to them, they're happy, and then work on exploiting that and expanding it. One client, for example, where we provided a sort of high volume transaction monitoring capability initially, that has then grown into the product people, the churn people can start to feed off the capability because suddenly we've given them something that they didn't have before. And with graph technology, which we feel is growing exponentially, it's people are starting to benefit from that connected data element that we bring to it.
Okay, and obviously this is your first time at the show. I'm trying to remember how we interact. I think we met your MD, maybe with the Amazon show. I can't quite remember where we met.
Possibly at the Amazon conference. Yes,
the summit. That's right.
Summit. That's right. Yeah.
So obviously you're new to our community. What have you observed? What have you seen, picked up on at the show so far?
So a lot of the talks have been interesting, very interesting. We thought the minister spoke very well today.
Yeah,
I heard someone comment.
So was I.
Yes.
I didn't know what to expect, and she blew me away.
Sometimes with our politician friends, people can criticize, but I heard some people saying that that lady really knows her stuff and is the right person to be at the helm to oversee sort of an AI program.
I refer to her as the commander, respectfully, yes, and she definitely came across that way. So,
totally.
I think Minister Abraham's one of the taglines is that she's trying to build a fourth industrial revolution capable army,
sure.
And sure. With a big emphasis on skills and training.
Yes, sure.
And I definitely get a sense from her that she means it, and
totally.
Maybe don't get in her way.
No, sure, and it's good that South Africa has started on a program and is not sort of lagging in that regard, and we must just exploit it. We must. I went to one presentation from an insurance guy, and no, it was a customer sort of 360 guy, and he basically said that just by adopting an AI strategy, the national growth and the GDP can increase by 2%. Just by the nation embracing the strategy. So, in our current context, that's massive. That's huge.
Yeah, I think we shouldn't give ourselves too hard a time. I know that South Africa, we say we're behind, we're lagging, but with where they say where there's a will, there's a way, right? Sure. And I sense from Minister Abrahams this morning that there's definitely a strong will there.
Yes,
and
totally.
She gave her support to what we're doing, which sure. I sort of blinked when I heard that, and it was fantastic to hear.
Yeah.
And she genuinely took a real interest in the exhibit and some of the stands there,
sure.
particularly
sure.
the skills and women in AI as well.
No, fantastic. And I think our feedback from the show is people like to touch and feel. They like to see not just a PowerPoint presentation. They want to see a system or a demo or the use cases. The case studies have been very interesting, where you can actually show the application of AI, ML, robotic processing in a client successful, growing. That's important.
Yeah. Now, just to wrap up, Hallam, if people want to get hold of Locstat, is your website called? Is it Locstat.co?
Yes.
Or what?
Locstat.co.
Yeah.
We're on LinkedIn. Yeah. Twitter. You can find us, follow us, and by all means, come contact us, help us illuminate your dark spaces in your environment.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, Hallam, many thanks for joining us on AI TV, and good luck with your business,
yes.
and I hope to see you next year.
Fantastic.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Cheers.